And so ingredients are listed in descending order. I've been referring to this Nature Valley protein bar, and I just kind of copy and pasted that ingredient panel over to the right-hand side here. But they're listed in descending order from most prevalent to least prevalent. So the first few ingredients that you see in that ingredient panel are highly important because it's telling you what the majority of that product's made out of. At the very bottom, you're going to find some common allergens or saying products that may contain X, Y, and Z. And this is important if you are someone who has a food sensitivity or you do have an allergy, because a lot of times products are produced in facilities that other products are as well. And so you could potentially see oats, which are technically a gluten-free product, produced on the same machinery that maybe a wheat-based product or a barley-based product was. And so you want to look at the bottom if you're someone that does have an allergy, especially to the common allergens like tree nuts, soy, dairy, peanuts, and wheat, for example, and take a look and see if there's any sort of cross-contamination there. In general, I would recommend the shorter the ingredient list, the better. But I'll speak a little bit more to how even short ingredient lists can still pose some problems. So I recommend taking the par approach to reading food labels. Choosing, being on par and choosing ingredients that you can pronounce, are appropriate for that food product, and are recognizable as a whole food source. So we're not fueling our body with poor fuel. Another way that you could think about that is choosing ingredients that are 75% farm and allowing maybe the 25% to be factory. And maybe factory ingredients that aren't going to cause so much harm to our health, which I'll address. So we're back to that Nature Valley protein bar. And I wanted to do a little side-by-side eat this, not that comparison of some of these ingredients here. So we have a peanut almond chocolate trail mix and a peanut almond and chocolate protein bar. So both really nutritionally similar. We're getting some protein from pumpkin seeds in the trail mix and some protein also present in the Nature Valley bar. Really similar flavors. We're still getting that peanut and that chocolate taste, and they're also portable. I know for a lot of you guys, a huge thing is convenience. You're working, you're training, you maybe have families that you're trying to take care of, and so having things that are easy on hand to be fuel sources is important. So I wanted to kind of scroll through some of the first 7 ingredients in both of these products. Farm. So we're just going to kind of keep going. Farm. See a little factory starting to come in. And as we keep going down, you see ingredients 3 through 7 in the peanut almond and chocolate protein bar are all coming from processed foods. And some of these, 2 of these are processed sugars. We have sugar and corn syrup, as opposed to in the trail mix where we're getting Thompson raisins and goji berries. We have some vegetable oils that were going into the cocoa there, where in the trail mix we had some cocoa nibs to provide some magnesium, a little bit of crunch, also some polyphenols. And we had a soy protein isolate, which there's a lot of benefits to soy, but when you see soy protein isolate, you almost want to think of it, not all soy is created equal. And maybe that's like the Twix version compared to tofu. So we've got, a processed protein present in there, where in the trail mix we have a pumpkin seed, which is going to provide us with protein. A quarter cup of pumpkin seeds is about 10 to 12 grams of protein. And so just to kind of give you a little bit more awareness to how we can start to recognize some of these products that could be a little bit more inflammatory or less ideal fuel sources in our diet as athletes, and maybe some alternatives that we could be gravitating toward. And now as we start to look at the rest of the ingredients here, I apologize it's a little blurry, but I'll read them to you. Those were just the first 7, but then again, in that order of increasing or descending amount in the product, we have coconut, whole food, but then we have whey protein concentrate, tapioca syrup, high maltose corn syrup, fructose, cocoa, vegetable glycerin, rice starch, rice maltodextrin, salt, soy lecithin, dextrose, baking soda, and natural flavor. And so I don't know how many of those were from a farm, but we're seeing a lot of ingredients that, I don't know if our cells would totally recognize. And so something definitely to be aware of when you're starting to, fuel up with some of these products.